yeah, the thing was, bro, I can't. I kind of like have intention. I kind of like thought the whole thing about like whole Iron Mouse thing. I thought like what? Yeah, she likes this charity, and that is the reason like what she kind of like leaving Vshojo. But I didn't thought it was way deeper than that. No, no, I didn't thought that. Yeah, but still, bro. Yeah, I'm not saying she leaving Vshojo is anything wrong. No, 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 no. It is her own choice. I'm not saying yo. I'm not saying or I'm like defending Vshojo here. I'm just saying I thought this whole drama, like what she leaving Vshojo is like, yeah, it is just basically she doesn't like what they're doing. That's the reason she leaving. But as I like watched more Pegasus video, like a bit of it, it was way more deeper. Yeah, let's see what the deepness was, and also yeah, I want to say this, brother. Yeah, being a YouTuber is more like, yeah, you guys probably think like, yeah, these people are just putting a persona. We just want to talk our voices. That's it. Yeah. Even though there are like old people who want to access, who puts this kind of like what, like this kind of like a female character vibe. Yeah, I'm not saying Iron Mouse backdrop is a old guy. Now I'm not saying that, but I'm generally saying, yeah, the reason so many people do that, and also the reason so many people do VTubing because we can be us. Yeah, because bro, we can make ourselves look good and also like be us. Yeah, you need to understand that, right? Yeah, but still, yeah, the whole thing was, bro, this whole thing about like VTubing is like we just want to like build relationships. That's like the main angle. Like that's like the one of the reasons I make these YouTube videos, and I do the streaming. Yeah, even though my streams are like what 30 minutes or 40 minutes, still the reason I do the streaming because I want like people to come look at me and talk to me. That's like the one of the main goals. Yeah, I hope I achieve that at some point. Whatever. Let's go to the Animal drama. Yeah, whatever. Let's see.
Okay, we gotta talk about the Vshojo situation. Basically, if you didn't know, VTuber Iron Mouse released this video where she explains why she left Vshojo. Now, Vshojo
Yeah.
is a talent agency that manages a bunch of VTubers, and they seem to be a very scummy company trying to exploit their talent and potentially even snub charity. Now, this has led to an insane chain reaction with everybody leaving Vshojo. People are even coming out with insane stories of exploitation and general creepy shit like Vshojo staff doxing identities. We even got CEOs being confronted on stream. So we're gonna go over the situation, look at everybody's reaction from Asmongold to Legal Mindset to Charlie to Ludwig. Basically, everybody's talking about this.
Well, yeah.
Subscribe for your
Bro,
daily dose.
everybody will talk about it, brother. Everybody will talk about it because even though if you like it or hate it, VTubing is like one of the major aspects in the streaming now. So yeah, everybody will talk about it, and everybody wants to say some. Everybody wants the piece of it. Yeah, I'm more of like what a financial guy because that's how I think. Like yeah, everybody wants a piece of this reaction money. Yeah, if they react to some YouTubers, they definitely get money, brother. Everybody wants a piece of that for sure. But still, I'm not saying they don't care about YouTubers. I'm saying that is a first priority, but the second priority, they definitely care about YouTubers. Like for example, like Charlie, for example, like yeah, he actually like care about people. But still, he do this for money. Don't forget that. That's what I'm saying.
Of YouTube.
Let's up those numbers!
Well, do it.
Now, quick context for any people who are not caught up. Iron Mouse is this super popular streamer.
Yeah,
She
the
actually
stream.
broke the all-time sub record at one point. She has this disease called CVID. Basically, your immune system sucks and you get sick really easily and life is pretty tough. Now, it turns out she's very passionate about helping people who suffer with it. She works with this charity called the IDF, the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And apparently this company, Vshojo, manages the finances of a bunch of VTubers, including her. So Vshojo basically completely fucked her over and the
Wow.
charity as well. Here's a short clip of her explaining what happened.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I am here today
Yeah.
is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
What?
I know
Bro, this is the thing I said. I just thought, yeah, like these people did something bad to the charity. That's the reason Ironmost left. That's what I thought. But I didn't know it was this much deep. And it was even more deeper, yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, by the way, I'm not watching this video today like what? 0.2x? Yeah, I don't want to do that, yeah. Yeah, like 2.x. I don't want to do that because it is some important stuff, yeah. I want like react to everything, yeah. So please keep up with me. Yeah.
that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you.
Oh yeah.
I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story.
Right, so absolutely
We hope you
insane.
do
This
that.
company has apparently not paid out $500,000 to charity. You know, absolutely disgusting.
You need to understand, bro. Like, yeah, we kind of like saying, yo, 500k, but bro, that's a lot of money, brother. That's a fucking lot of money. That's not, yeah, that is not, yeah, the 500k is like not just what. It's not just like what. Like what? I don't even know how to say. Like, yeah, it's not like somewhat $1,000, $2,000. Like what? Maybe like a family can live on $2,000. Like what? Maybe 2 months. But with 500k, there are so many people. So many countries in the world. If you have 500k, you can live like a king. Yeah, bro. And they fucking not paid out that much money. Damn, man. Fuck. Those motherfuckers, brother. Fuck off. 500k, bro. That's a very big amount, brother. Like, yeah. Even like what? Even like the American standards, that's a big amount. If you get out of the American standards, like what? Some second level countries like India or China. Yeah, I think Japan too. Yeah, and also like African countries. If you like take us, that much money is like what? I clearly said we can live like a king if we have that much money, brother. Fuck off, man. Who in the fucking hell thought like, yeah, not paying out $500,000 is good? Who in the fucking hell thought that? You motherfuckers.
$100,000 to charity, you know, absolutely
Yeah.
disgusting shit. On top of that, they have not paid out the talent themselves and are,
Wow.
in general, just extremely exploitative and cringe. And these agencies are basically the modern day MCNs. And they essentially exploit naive talent who don't
That's
really
true,
know
yeah.
any better, and they end up getting stuck in these horrible
That's kind of true, brother. That's kind of true. Yeah, that's kind of true. Like, yeah, most of the VTubers, they don't know much about anything. Yeah, they don't know much about anything. They kind of like what? They want to become popular so they can live happily. Yeah, they want others. They want to make friends. Others they want to be like, yeah, they want to be like, yeah, they don't know what to do. They become streamers, kind of like these YouTube streamers. Yeah, that is the whole thing. The whole YouTubing was they don't know the world that much. Yeah, they kind of like exploiting these people who doesn't know world that much. Yeah, they don't even know how to do the basic finances, brother. If I have to be honest, they don't even know that. Even I don't know that. Yeah, I need to like what? Take some YouTube classes time to time to understand like finances. Because yeah, I'm fucking 25, brother. I have job and everything, right? I need to understand how finances work. Otherwise, I fucked. Yeah, the thing was, yeah, so many people like what? So many YouTubers doesn't know the basics of normal living. Yeah, these people like what? Kind of like targeting these people and fucking exploiting them. In return, they get what? Some pennies. Fuck, man. I'm not, yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, fuck.
contracts. Now, I can sort of relate to Iron Mouse. I also had an autoimmune disease, Crohn's.
Whoa.
And yeah, it's pretty tough to deal with. Autoimmune diseases in general just suck. They take like years to diagnose. The entire time, the world thinks you're crazy. Your own doctors think you're crazy because they can't figure it out. Meanwhile, you're fucking dying with like level 99 pain. Now, thankfully, mine's under control now after like 2 of the worst years of my life. But yeah, I can definitely feel for her. People responded to Mousy. We got Dog VA, who frequently, helped me raise money for charity and the IDF as well. We got your back. Right behind you, Mouse. Jacksepticeye, so sorry about all of this. Lots of love. I'm so sorry for the people who trusted to let you down so badly. It's genuinely disgraceful, and Vshojo
Yeah.
really have to do an awful lot to answer for. This isn't a situation you should have to go through. You've got our full support. So let's just start with Iron Mouse's story and Asmongold's reaction as well.
I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely
Yeah.
due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID.
And see, that's the reason why she cares a lot about it, is because this is a charity that benefits her, and she's raising money to help cure people that have her problem.
I basically
isn't like
have
some abstraction.
a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot,
Whoa.
and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life.
Yep.
So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because
Smart.
I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. In my
That's
mind,
good, yeah.
I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss,
I can relate.
no strict rules, I had no hours,
Mhm.
no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything,
Yeah.
I just felt like
Corona gave a
there
huge
was
boost,
no
yeah, it
way
did.
that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people.
That's
because-
another reason why VTubers are being more popular, is because people just want to stay anonymous. They don't want to have weirdos getting involved and trying to interfere and get into their real life.
Right, so basically she was chronically ill, consider herself unhireable, and this was like her one outlet, right? It is a pretty touching story. She made a career and impacted so many lives despite her, very deplorable situation. And Vshojo really saw this and went, yeah, let me just f this person over.
Fuck
Now
off,
people
man.
ask, why get into shady contracts in the first place?
Bro.
Well, there's a couple reasons for that.
Bro, you need to understand, yeah. You don't know study contract until you get into it. Bro, that is like the biggest thing, yeah, okay? That is like the biggest thing, because I can't, yeah, when I was 20, I was like so into like 3D and stuff. I want to do the 3D job. Yeah, when I was 20, it was what, 2020, brother. You know what happened, COVID and stuff. And I kind of got like this kind of like contract from Discord. Yeah. I thought, I'm going to work with some people in the industry, etc., etc. But who I worked with was some nobodies who wants to what? Show their worth. Yeah, show their worth. Yeah, we are like some kind of like a backup. We are some kind of like a backup people who do what? Some animation tweaks, some shading tweaks. Those are the kind of people. These people like, we're going to take you into main jobs and stuff after like COVID is over. But in reality, it's not happened. No, it's not happened. They just like what? Out of nowhere, they just like entirely doxed us. No, not doxed us. They just entirely left us. Yeah, doxing is different and lefting is different. Yeah, they just entirely left us. Like what? We trying to contact them through Discord. They're not answering that. Nothing. Like I was like, okay, fuck. Nah. Fuck. This kind of shit happens. Yeah, this kind of shit happens. Yeah, there are people, bro. You don't know until you get into it. Like, yeah, they just like use you until it was necessary. After that, they will just throw away. Like, yeah, so many internet contracts are like that. You don't know.
Number one, they don't know any better, of course. They just
But
want to get.
still, yeah, I still do 3D, but I kind of like doing that for myself and as a freelance. I'm not pursuing it as a career because I don't want to deal with the kind of bullshit. Yeah, because how actually like gaming space going, they don't give a fuck about like what creativity. They only give a fuck about like how much money they're making. I thought it's a waste of time. I just like making for me. Yeah, I have my own personal projects and stuff. Yeah, I might say sometime, yeah, because these personal projects are not like your kind of personal projects. These personal are more like some NSFW. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm making porn, by the way. No, I'm not saying that. No. But still, the thing was, I have my own personal projects. But still, yeah, whatever. Why am I talking about it? Fuck off. Yeah, it's about animals. Yeah, but still, the thing was, their thing was people doesn't know it was a bad contract until they get into it. You need to understand.
Get their name out there as like a, starting creator. You're basically willing to accept anything. You don't really expect to become successful at all. Reason two is like they want to maintain their anonymity. This is obviously a big thing with female streamers. They usually have these sort of psycho fans, psycho simps. So the company managing it provides another layer of security there because, they handle basically everything there, including the finances. You don't have to submit your names on a lot of things because the company will...
The thing I'm understanding was this Vshojo is like a managers, but they kind of like become like some kind of like, yo, no, you are the customer now. Yeah, you are working for us. We are not working for you. But still, what they're doing was managing. Fuck off, man. That's a fucking situation. Like, yeah, like you just think what Vshojo doing was they are just managers. That's it. Yeah, if like for example, if Iron Mouse hired a manager, this whole thing would have been different. This whole thing would have went differently. But what she did was, yo, let's go to this agency. Yo, they will manage everything. But the problem here was they thinking, yo, she came to us. That means she's working for us. They kind of like went with that kind of angle and fucked her up. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
Take charge of that. Well, it was supposed to be more sort of anonymous, but we'll find out later that they've apparently been doxing people behind the scenes as well. Now, this next part, he talks about the gaslighting Vshojo did to her.
I would always be told how important I was for the company.
Well, she is. She was the face of Vshojo by far.
But still, bro, that's just emotional manipulating, brother. Like, yeah, the moment someone says, yo, you're so important for us. It's like they're like saying, yo, you need to be there for everything, otherwise we don't get forward. Yeah, there are so many people who lives on you. Like for example, just think, brother, like, yeah, the whole Vshojo is not like what some small company. There are like so many people lives based on that. I'm not saying streamers like and VTubers. I'm saying like what normal people. There are so many people jobs based on that. If she like what say, yo, no, I don't want to work with you, then what? It's kind of like they guilt tripping her, yo, you are so important for us. So yeah, please come back. No, they kind of like guilt tripping her, but in reality they're doing some crazy ass stuff. Yeah.
I was told that I was needed.
Like, yeah, she's popular. That's the reason they want her. But in reality, they guilt tripping her to do this stuff, even though she was like not 100% into it. Yeah.
In order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody. And I was destroying everybody's life.
But just emotional manipulation. That's all it is. It's plain and simple, like flat out. It's really not complex at all. Straight up emotional manipulation. Oh, well, we can't do this. Or, it's like if you leave, we're going to shoot the dog. Like, okay, well, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, the thing was even more clarity. If you leave, we don't have anyone to like hold this company in like profits. That's what they're saying. They kind of like saying, yo, that's the thing. If you leave, we don't have anybody to make this company to lead this company in a profit way. Once you leave, we will all fucked up. So please stay. Yeah, that's guilt tripping, brother. That's literally guilt tripping. If you can't run a company without her, then don't fucking run the company. Literally, brother. If your company is fucking fucked up without her, then the problem is you, not her. Don't guilt trip her, motherfuckers.
Keep in mind that Iron Mouse was the biggest VTuber. She was essentially the company's name and reputation, along with, maybe a few other people. So they were guilt-tripping her into staying while simultaneously doing all the scummy shit behind the scenes. True, And it always sucks to see that it's always like the sweetest people, the nicest people who have, good hearts. They're the ones getting exploited the most. Then he talks about the contracts
because they are vulnerable. Yeah, because they are vulnerable, brother. Yeah, because they think like what the whole world is like them. Yeah, Bro, that's the reason, brother. Like, if you think you're a good guy, you're going to live good life. No, you never. If anybody who like watching this in a good faith, this video, I'm telling that to you, you never going to have a good life just because you're a good guy. Fucking be selfish. Fucking think about yourself. Fucking think about your family. Fucking think about your friends. But fucking think about yourself first. Be fucking selfish. If you're not selfish, people will fucking use you and throw you away. We're seeing the fucking example in this fucking video, brother. Yeah. They used her how much she wants. Yeah. Like now she kinda like fuck. She kinda like what? They kinda like give her a reality check. If you're a good person, we're going to exploit you. Yeah, they gave her a reality check. So yeah. Brother, if you still think being a good person is like good for you, nah. Be selfish. Think about yourself. And be legal. Be legal and be selfish. Only think about yourself. Bro, you're living a happy life, trust me, yeah. You need to be legal, by the way. If you do illegal stuff, they're going to put you in the jail. Yeah. That's also selfish, but you need to be legal. Otherwise, you're going to be in a jail, yeah. If you're doing illegal things, yeah.
These companies sort of put in place, right? And how this doesn't really make sense for something to be take a year to pay out, right?
Explain. So net means like that you're gonna pay that money in like net 30. You're gonna get paid in 30 days.
That's
Net 90. You're gonna get paid in 90 days.
Whoa,
right?
whoa. Chotto matta. Oi. What? There is net 90 days? Motherfucker. I don't even accept that 60 days, brother. I want my payment on monthly basis. How in the fucking hell I'm going to live like what? Next month? How? If it is net 90 days, how in the fucking hell I'm going to live the next month? Bro, you need to understand, brother. Like, yeah, I'm not. Now I'm 25. Yeah, I'm kind of like learning this from what we need to save money, etc. But if I'm like 22 or 23 and I'm popular and I'm getting this money like every 90 days, I'm going to use that money on the first fucking month, brother. Yeah, that's the reason. I want monthly payments, not the fucking net 90s, not even net 60s, brother. Nah, never fucking never. Never fucking never. Who in the fucking hell thought that's a good thing? Doing a net 90? Nah, fuck off.
So like a 6-month period, that's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I could still
No.
chalk that up to just very bad business.
No, brother, that's not bad. That is not bad business practice. It's entirely they exploiting them. What, bro? You can actually do so much stuff with like 6-month money. You can like put that 6-month money in a bank for interest, and these motherfuckers like put that interest in their back pockets, and get away with that money. You need to understand that, like, yeah, 6-month period is a fucking wrong thing, brother. Fucking wrong thing, because there are so many banks. There are so many banks who do fixed deposits for 6 months. So many banks, and they're going to take that interest and put them in their pocket. Just think, yeah. Just think they take only like Iron Moss like what? Iron Moss 6 months, and they put that in the max, and they put it in the bank for 6 months, right? Just think, and how much interest they're going to get? X amount. But if they do that for 10 people, X amount. But if they do that for 100 people, X amount. You understand my point, right? These people, yeah, they might doing that, brother. I'm not saying they are doing that. I'm saying there's a probability they might doing that. Otherwise, why in the fucking hell they giving net 60? No, they're giving net 6 months. Nah, brother, that's not even bad practice. That's like straight up exploiting their money. Really. That is just straight up exploiting their money, because yeah, they can actually do so much with 6 months money. They can do so much with 6 months money, brother. They can do so much. I'm not even lying. They can do so much with 6 months money, brother.
Business practices and not.
By the way, I'm not saying like what they only like taking the iron most money and putting in the fixed bank accounts. Now I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yeah, they have this kind of net profit, right? Yeah, they have this many people in them. They kind of like take this many people monthly incomes and kind of like make them like what? Yo, we don't need to give these people like what for 6 months, right? Let's take this much money of these people. Yeah, like the first month. Like what? That net amount that net amount, maybe like what? Maybe like 100k or maybe two, or maybe like what? At least 100k. Let's call it 100k. If they put 100k fixed deposit, how much they going to get for like what? 6 months, brother. How much they going to get like for 6 months? Yeah, they at least get thousands, brother. Fucking thousands. I think you get my point, right? I'm not saying they are taking like, yeah, they're taking like what? All they're taking like 6 months, 6 months of the money and putting it. Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like what? They have this time period, right? In this time period, they don't need to pay them. Like for example, they taking 3 months money and putting them in the fixed deposit. Yeah, for 6 months. Just think. Or maybe 2 months money and put them in the fixed deposit. Or maybe 1 month money and put them in this fixed deposit. Maybe there is a probability they might doing that. I'm saying, bro, what I'm saying is straight as speculation, but still they can exploit them that way because they're getting interest, brother. They can show, yo, no, we just doing this. They can show legally, yo, we have this much money because yeah, we are this kind of like what? This kind of like a company that is doing this managing stuff. Yeah, that's illegal money. It's not illegal money. That's illegal money. So banks can accept them without not getting like any kind of like backlash. Yeah. The whole thing, brother, just fucking think for once. The whole 6 months thing, so fucking bad. So fucking bad. Because they can do so much. They can earn so much. Like, yeah. I'm just saying.
Malice. Beyond 6 months, now we're having a problem. I've never heard of a 360.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, now they're getting the red ring of death.
This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately,
I think we need to figure out where the
Yeah, I'm good.
money went. Like, that's what really matters, right? Because, like, that's $500,000.
Yeah, brother.
That's a lot of money, guys. Yeah. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Is it donated? Why isn't it donated? What happened? Like, that's the big issue. You're going to be fine. They're going to give the money back. They're going to have to give the money back or it's fraud. They're going to have to donate it. It'll happen for sure. Until they post like a financial fucking proof and the Immune Deficiency Foundation comes out and says, yes, we received this money. Bro, people can never let them forget this.
No, never.
This is $500,000.
Oh, you need to understand, brother. There are so many people who look at this and says, I don't even have fucking $500. And these motherfuckers are like, what, stealing 500k? They definitely think like that. And these people like what? Make them like pay that. Like they just like what? Always talk about it. Yeah. The internet, that people I said. These people who like what? I don't even have $500. These people like stole what? 500k. How are we going to let these people go away? They will always talk about it. Yeah. They are the people who will always talk about this. Yeah. They are the people.
That's think about how much money that is. That's insane.
That's so much money.
I mean,
brother.
they better.
I literally said this. Like, yeah. Even in the American standards and like Western country standards, like what? Rich Western country standards, rich Western countries standards, yeah, that money is big. But Eastern country standards, that money is huge. Still, brother, you got my point, right?
Donate or they're just straight up going to jail. I mean, this is not only charity fraud, but also several other violations, which we'll be going over in Legal Mindsets coverage. But yeah, they don't really have an option here. This isn't just like drama. This is straight up just robbing a charity.
That's true. It's not just drama. It's like they just like what? Doing a literal crime on camera, brother. Yeah, maybe they need to have like a good explanation, why it happened. Otherwise, they will definitely go to jail. They will definitely fucking go to jail. Yeah.
Charity and a bunch of other people, and it might even get government agencies involved because this is an American thing, obviously. And yeah, when it comes to charity, it's not just these individuals that are involved. You know, the FTC might have a word for these people as well. Now, just some insights into the whole contracts and payments thing. Basically, even for like things like sponsorships, you know, the usual payback you get is net 30 or net 60, right? So basically 30 or 60 days after your upload goes live, they will see, the views and the sales generated. And, they do their accounting on a certain day. So that's basically when they pay you. Now, in some fringe cases, it takes longer, 3 months or something. 6 months is, absolute insanity. At that point, you should not be.
6 months is so insanity, brother. I understand 3 months. Because, bro, there are some people who can like live on 3 months pay. But 6 months, I literally said the examples. They can like exploit you and get the money and still ask a profit share from you. Yeah. Just think. They exploit you with some fixed deposits and mutual funds, whatever it is. They can like exploit you with that. They get the interest of the money. On top of that, they will ask you, yo, you need to give a share. They will definitely do that. Yeah. I know. I'm putting a very major allegation, but there's a chance, brother. Like what? 6 months? It's not what? It's not a little time frame, brother. Yeah, 3 months. I don't think anybody puts fixed deposits or mutual funds for 3 months, but 6 months. There are so many banks do that. So many banks, especially fixed deposits. Yeah.
Taking any deals like that, but some people have some reasons for it. A year is just fucking crazy. That obviously shows something is wrong. There's absolutely no reason
wait. This company is like a what? A net a year pay, bro. Whoa. I need to fucking Control Shift 10, yeah. Control T. Vshojo. Okay. Is Vshojo. Hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just yeah. I'm actually like watching that anime. Yeah, like I'm actually like watching the anime, and I kind of like came across this one. Yeah, and I want to react to it. Yeah.
He cannot pay you for an entire year there, and
what? So yeah, so it is her. So it is, yeah, like according to Google, they don't pay fixed. They don't pay fixed to everyone. Like yeah, for everyone it's not fixed. It's not fixed. Like yeah, it's not fixed for like yeah. We only pay you like yearly. It is like a documentation. Yo, we pay you yearly. You agree with it or not? And I almost agreed with that. And they fucking user recognition on her. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay.
You're likely doing some sort of shady business behind the scenes. Then he talks about how many people are actually leaving Vshojo now.
And everybody has quit. Oh my fucking god. So literally every single person. Oh my god. They're all leaving. TBA, yeah, I guess they're probably waiting. They're going to stream to talk about it. Yeah, rip all the talents. Yeah, there we go.
Now, I'm not too big into the VTubing scene here, so I don't recognize most of these names. I recognize like a few, maybe. Obviously, Iron Mouse.
I know Melody, yeah, we all know.
Here, Melody, K-San.
Yeah.
I've heard some of these names. I don't exactly know who they are. I don't actively watch.
I think I know Hime, Hajime, yeah. I think. Yeah.
But yeah, it's only getting worse and worse. As I'm recording as well, more and more people are coming out with videos or statements on Twitter. And essentially, Iron Mouse was the first domino here. More and more people are essentially just getting sick of dealing with this exploitative shit. And once the biggest person's gone, everybody sort of gets the confidence to leave. Also, Vshojo's reputation has been turned to shit because of this whole charity thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of open season for everyone to leave now. Now, the surprising part out of all of this is the fact that everybody's leaving sort of instantly, I would have thought that these contracts had some sort of restricting clause. You know, like you need to give 2 months notice before you do anything. You need to not talk bad about Vshojo for, this amount of time or whatever.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that every one of them is like violating their contract or something. They probably just luckily are able to get out quite quickly here. Then he talks.
No. I think that's not what happened. I think that's not what happened. Maybe it was like coordinated attack. Like for example, like I think these people who are like connected to Vshojo VTubers, they have their own like what only VTubers Discord channel, and like Iron was just says like 2 months or 3 months before I'm going to leave. What do you think about it? Yeah, maybe they all agree, or maybe they all agreed on it, and they all lived at the same date. I think that's what happened. They are making it public today. I think that's what happened. Yeah, I don't think they just like what leaving like today. I think they actually like said this like 2 or 3 months back, and today is the date for them to leave. I think that's what happened. I think this is a coordinated attack. Then like what something like they are like breaking some they like breaking some contract and stuff. I don't think so. Yeah, if they're breaking contract, if they are breaking contract, it might hurt them rather. Like yeah, they are rich, but not rich enough to break a contract. Yeah, I don't think so. Whatever.
It's about how these companies prey on women.
That I have seen a tremendous amount of business manipulation that is leveraged in and against women in different places. I've seen more emotional manipulation, more blatant lies, and basically people taking advantage of, I guess women's on average less confrontational side and using that to that person's disadvantage.
No.
I've seen this.
It's not about less confrontational side. It's about their womanly nature. Like yeah, bro, the fucking thing about womanly nature was they always want to like help people. Like that's like the main part. That's like the main reason people always like compare women to a mother. Yeah, they want like they are like exploiting that their helpful nature. They are exploiting that. Okay, yeah, even though they know guilt tripping. Yeah, I'm helping somebody. Yeah, that is the nature they're exploiting. I personally don't think women are like what not more like what voiceable. No, I don't think so, bro. Women are so fucking voiceable, brother. Yeah, if I have to be honest, women are so fucking voiceable. In my family we have like what 3 women. Yeah, 3 women. 3 of them are like what they fucking stand on their words, but still they always like come forward to help when it was necessary. Yeah, I'm not even lying.
This happened multiple times. I think women are the victims of this in almost every single circumstance. It happens obviously to men as well, but I think that they get away with it more often with women because women, it's seen as being more socially permissive and more socially expected for women to be agreeable. I think that's what happens. That's just that's life.
What a disgusting misogynist. Imagine caring about women, bro. That's crazy. No, but honestly, a lot of these girls legit are just super trusting and not expecting to be screwed over. Obviously, this happens to guys too as well, but guys seem to be, very confrontational, and they'll make a big hoopla about it, right? So some of these companies actually know this, and they take advantage of women for being, too nice for their own good. And they try to entice them with these sort of false promises, lock them into predatory contracts, which is why, everybody should be having a lawyer. Obviously, as a new creator, trying to rise up the ranks or whatever, you're not going to be able to afford one, nor are you going to have the foresight to get a lawyer for these situations. But you don't really need like a full-time lawyer or something. Just have somebody look over the contract, make sure you're careful who you part.
That's kind of true. Yeah, it's not just you hiring a personal lawyer. It's more like what all this lawyer do is he give you a perspective on the contract. Yeah, having a lawyer while reading a contract makes a lot of sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he takes some money, but still, it is worth the time. It is worth the time. Like for example, if the contract is fucked up, they will say, "Yo, this contract can affect you after some point of time. Are you okay with it or not?" They give you inside of the contract. Yeah, that's really a good point. Yeah, like bro, MorePegasus actually like said a very good point. Yeah, literally.
Partner with, and you must know your worth. You know, you can likely make it on your own as well, and you might not even be needing these companies.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just sign on with people because you know, you're too afraid to take the step yourself. But sometimes, you know, it's just better to do it yourself because some of these companies end up being really scummy pieces of shit.
That's true.
Okay, moving on to Shibuya
Fuck off.
Kaho's statement here. Apparently,
Whoa.
Vshojo staff has been doxing their creators and
What?
showing their real photos. So she tweeted, this person moved from a noted VTuber company to another as a staff last year, bragging about his new income. He thrusted me a few of his business cards to give to my good contacts. I found the action obnoxiously rude, but maybe he was too young and friendly to know better. Then the mother flipper wanted to meet up for tax advice because I'm a native in Japan and I hire an accountant. I was asked to have dinner in his area, which was quite
Okay.
far from me, splitting the bill. That day I got convinced I didn't like the guy. Yet because I loved the talents he worked with, I was only secretly hoping that he would lose his job one day. Recently, I found from another creator that he was showing photos of VTubers'
Wow.
real selves while revealing their personal info like their marital status. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees. Why would you reveal marital status? This is some creepy shit. Also showing
Bro, forget about marital status. The sole aspect of doing YouTubing was they want to get away with this kind of like creeps on the internet. They don't want the drama about their face. That's like the main fucking thing. That's like the reason people do VTubing. Even I do the same thing. Yeah, I don't want people think about my face. I want people to come to me for who I am. That's the reason I do VTubing, brother. Yeah, this motherfucker, fucking piece of shit in the entire planet. Like, what, revealing their faces and you're still talking about like their martial statuses? Like, bro, think for fucking once, brother, please. Yeah, still revealing martial statuses, yeah, it's bad, but revealing their identities, bro, you're not understanding. That's the sole reason VTubers don't show their identities. They don't want to show it to the world. They are not confident enough to show their faces to the world. And these motherfuckers are showing their faces like, yo, it's nothing. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. That is way more horrible than revealing their martial statuses. Yeah, that is way more horrible than revealing their martial statuses. Yeah.
photos of their real selves when they specifically became VTubers to, you know, conceal the identity and remain anonymous is messed up as shit. Today, I've learned the most despicable shit the company has done to their talent. Don't know if he's involved with it, yet all my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal. Sometimes, unfortunately, managers or agencies can be the talent's worst enemies. Please always support the talent first. And this statement is blowing up on Twitter right now. Basically, Vshojo is being exposed from like all avenues, every single direction, like, you know, charity fraud, not paying back their talent as well. Now they're doxing people. Jesus Christ. If you knew,
I don't say doxing, it's like literally leaking people. Yeah, I don't say doxing. Yeah, because yeah, they're not getting affected by it. Yeah, there are some people do that, but what here happening was leaking their personal information. I think that's not doxing, but that's leaking. But still, both are wrong. But the context of the doxing is entirely different. Like, yeah, some people like leaking your information to like harm you, but this motherfucker like showing some YouTuber faces to like laugh on them. Like, yeah, that is, yeah, he is like deliberately leaking them in a like bad way, but not in a like what hurt you. But doxing is to hurt you. Yeah, both are two different things. Yeah, I think I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Knew about this guy, why didn't you speak up earlier? Actually, I just came back from the US where I gathered the info that he was still with the company, and I was actually meeting up with someone who's been working for him. Given it's a story I heard from someone else, I thought it was best to do in person. Right, so in my opinion, if this person is actually doing the things you said, I think they need to be sort of named and shamed so that they can't do it to other people. I mean, am I wrong there? I feel like at least if not publicly, like you know, the company should know, although they probably won't do anything. At least the VTuber should know, right?
Yeah,
Although
that's true. Yeah, like talking to VTubers is the right thing. Yeah, if they know that, they will like put that, they will like put that in some court cases and stuff to like solid their cases, right? Yeah, I hope she tell that to some VTubers. Yeah, please do that now.
everybody is already kind of leaving now, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, moving on to a VTuber confronting the Japan CEO and quitting live on stream. Now, keep in mind, they probably don't have much control over the English side of Vshojo, right? And the English talents there. But, and quitting live on stream.
Quitting live. Oh, fuck off. Live. Yeah, okay. I had the life, yeah. L-I-F-E. L-I-F-E, yeah. Yeah. My bad. I heard L-I-F-E, not L-I-V-E, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, my bad.
Now, keep in mind, they probably don't have much control over the English side of Vshojo, right?
Maybe
and the English talents there. But, apparently this guy's getting crucified now.
First of all, I was already planning to leave Vshojo this month.
Okay, true. Good?
Specifically...
Bro, the one thing I need to say, brother, the model looks so good, yeah.
On the 31st. Because, Vshojo hasn't paid a significant amount of money to me too.
っていうところはあったんですけれども。
So did you just say that Vshojo JP itself was doing good?
そうですね。
In finances too?
そうですね。
You haven't paid me.
This was a pretty wacky stream.
Yeah.
This shit goes insano style. Her confronting the CEO of this company, her boss, live on stream, and also the fact that her boss agreed to do it in the first place blows my mind. That is baffling. Like, humiliation rituals aren't this brutal.
I quit Vshojo today.
はい。
はい。
Vshojo やめます、今日。
はい。
はい。31日予定でしたけど、今日やめます。I quit. This is very wrong. ローさん。
はい。
Very, very wrong. You're telling me that Vshojo JP was doing good? Looked like, at least.
はい。
Doing good.
払っていたとしても、ケイソンに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
そういうことです。
Then where is it? Where is it? I want it now. Oh. Did you just die? What?
いや、
Japan branch CEO claims that the Japan branch was doing fine, and they could have paid her, but they didn't. We could have done it, but we decided not to. What, Big Whoop? You want to fight about it? So what?
Wait, what? I mean, did he actually even understand what she was saying? Because that just seems like a completely nonsense response to me. Like, yeah, we could have paid you, but nah, I'm not choosing to do that today. I think they were basically saying, like, the English branch was hemorrhaging, like, I guess, revenue or something. So the Japan side couldn't pay until that side was actually fixed. Really dumb argument overall, because they need to get paid regardless, because it's literally their money that you're just holding hostage here. They're clearly running some sort of bank type scheme here, right? Where they're using the
I fucking told you. Bro, I fucking told you. Like, yeah.
funds elsewhere, and they're unable to produce them when asked. So this is something what banks do, right? They invest your money or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can
Like, yeah, the thing what Pegasus is saying was, in banks you have this option, fixed deposits. They can take this much amount of money and do a fixed deposit and take the interest of that money and cash them off. Yeah. Dude, I think that is what is happening there. Yeah. Maybe. I'm not saying they're doing that. Maybe they are doing that. There's a probability. I said probability. I'm not saying they are definitely doing that. I'm saying there's a probability they are doing that. Probably they are doing that. It's a speculation, brother. Yeah. My bro and me on the same page, yeah.
always produce it if you actually need it, so that way it isn't fucking illegal. For clarification, Vshojo's Japan CEO only manages the JP talents and has no control over how the company operates or how the finances are handled for EN. Keisan doing this is essentially getting the highest authority she can get to speak on the matter. His statements boil down to "I don't know" because none of the EN's managerial or financial issues were communicated to the other branch.
Whoa.
Everyone else, my lawyers advised me to stay silent. Keisan calls the Japanese CEO to grill him on stream. Absolute balls of her to question the CEO live on stream.
That's
Mad
true.
respect. Yeah, they're out of money. Either the business didn't work or someone has been siphoning off the funds and is getting ready to run for it. I feel like this scandal is getting huge. I don't know if some insiders from the company are going to be talking about it, but yeah, it's going to be real interesting.
Like either like the Japan branch or like the Western branch. They need to like get out, and the higher ups needs to get out and say, yo, something fucked up happened. We're trying to do something. Yeah, tell some fucking thing. Yeah.
They're fleeing the ship. I know the corporate office is the scene where SpongeBob is setting the office on fire. Always gotta have the SpongeBob memes. Okay, moving on to legal mindsets coverage and the legal implications of this whole ordeal, right? First, he talks about how the VTubers are not actually hired as employees, but they're actually hired as independent contractors, and that way these companies can do the most shady shit and not pay them back, right?
Now, one big thing that was brought up during this was that the staff was paid and not the talent. There is a very important reason for that, which we're going to get into, which is all of the talents are designated, and this is for almost all VTubing companies. I have not seen one contract, and I've reviewed all of them, including the Vshojo contract, Niji Sanji, HoloLive, Vactor, all the greatest hits from big to small, Face Connect. I've seen all of them. I haven't seen a single contract that has said these people are employees. We consider them employees. They all try to make them independent contractors. That's very important because when it comes to fighting wages and paying wages, you have to pay employees under labor law, whether it's US law, Japanese law, really all around the world. You've got to pay out.
Everywhere around the world, the labor law is a thing. Yeah, that's true.
Wages, but when it comes to independent contractors, well, you can shaft them, and then they've got to come and sue you or bring an action against you or a claim against you to try to get those back. It puts a massive burden on them to claim those amounts of money. Now, I have, since the Niji Sanji crisis, been screaming from the top of the hills that this is BS. And I'll put some money in the swear jar for that one. These people are employees. Whether you consider them full-time or part-time employees, they are under the control and authority of these VTubing companies.
Right, so obviously there's no problem hiring people as contractors if you actually pay them. Now, when you're a big company, the situation is very different. It's sort of these classic scummy tactics to save a couple dollars here and there and to make sure you legally can't fight back, right? Because if you're an independent contractor, the protections are way lesser than if you're actually an employee and you can, sue much more easily. Then this next part, he talks about the whole labor law process and a few other legal liabilities here.
So the process for this would be to gather documentation and witnesses, which they're probably doing right now. Their lawyers, particularly Iron Mouse, is probably gathering a lot of documentation, getting witnesses together, and then you report it to the labor commissioner. In this case, probably the labor commissioner of California. And after that, there's a required mediation. Now, this might be what why they're saying wait. Why Iron Mouse said in her video, hey, we need to get to a certain part of the legal process. It might be because they want to go to that mediation, see if they can get a settlement, see if Vshojo can make this right. Otherwise, if that fails, there's going to be a civil lawsuit. They can bring a civil lawsuit. In which case, we'd all get that information. It'd be public information. We'd be able to talk about it. We'd be able to see everything that's going on. It would be a nightmare for them from Vshojo if they aren't already bankrupt, which we'll eventually touch on that topic. Iron Mouse.
Bro, I don't think they're bankrupt. I think they're doing the bank scheme, Because, bro, if they don't have money, they don't survive this long. I think they have money, but they're doing this bank scheme, like what? Putting money in the bank as an investment, or like what? Investing money to get the interest of it. Yeah, I think that's what is happening. They have money, but the money is not with them now. Yeah, I think that's what is happening. Yeah.
Is a whistleblower saying there is something illegal going on here, i.e. taking money that's supposed to go to charity, whether that's embezzlement or whatever else, or a fraudulent transfer, like that can be reported, and there's no way you can retaliate against that. So if they donated money or you donated money, you're out there, you donated money, you might want to just have a chit chat with a lawyer and talk about what you did, how much money you gave, and what was going on with that. And then there's claims, once again, these are different types of civil claims for misrepresentation, breach of contract, fraudulent transfer. Particularly fraudulent transfer is at play here because of the large sum of money, because it's a massive amount of money. Misrepresentation because they misrepresented that money was going to go to the charity and they didn't give it there, and breach of contract because there's an implicit contract. There's a fiduciary duty there to take that money and give it to the charity, and they broke that.
Right, so lots of legal problems for Vshojo here. Now, will they actually be getting sued? That's the question,
Maybe.
right? Now, if they don't
There's a
pay back
90%
the charity money
possibility, yeah.
or, you know, the talent money, possibly. And
90%
I think
possibility, yeah.
the bigger problem here is not really getting sued by individual people like Iron Mouse or anything. It's more the investigation by the FTC, because charity fraud, these are things handled by the FTC here, right? And that's a way.
I learned something new, brother. Yeah, I don't know that. But I learned something new. Yeah, good. Okay, FTC. Okay, FTC is the one who actually like cares about this whole charity thing. Okay, I learned something new, literally.
Bigger fish you don't really want to mess with. So my guess is that they are definitely going to pay back the charity money, that's for sure. But regardless, it's not going to do much to improve their reputation.
Yeah.
Absolutely nobody is going to be joining Vshojo at this point. Everybody knows they're
Just
just...
give me a sec, guys. Just give me a sec. Yeah, sorry. I need to take that call. Yeah.
in the gutter here, and nobody's going to trust them again. And this is the fall of a very large company here.
Yeah.
That duty to deliver that money can violate several federal laws. So it can be wire fraud. Wire fraud is one of the easiest ones to get them for. And certainly if they wanted to go down that route, and it is a case where they received the money via the internet, because wire fraud is not just old school wires and telephones, it's the internet.
Yeah.
They got them, boys. They got them on that one.
Yeah.
Money laundering, potentially making false statements about where the money would go, misrepresentations. Also the FTC Act, which involves various regulation of money regarding charities. All of those things they can be hit with, and they could get real jail time on this. This is serious jail time in real prison.
Man.
I mean, absolutely deserved. Exploiting creators for this long, defrauding charity. I mean, heck yeah, go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect their $200. And it's especially, you know, insidious because it's IDF here, right? It's like people who really need this sort of money and really need this sort of help, and they're being denied it because of these people, right? Now Charlie talks about the situation and some updates involving Iron Mouse's fundraising efforts.
They put their grubby paws on it before the talent does. So it's not uncommon in the space for the agreement between talent and agency to have the agency directly handle like their Twitch subs and their Twitch revenue and their Twitch ads, that kind of thing. It's diabolical.
Did somebody say diabolical? Another viewer of the legendary series, of course. Okay, I don't know if he actually watches, I'm kidding, but probably, all right, probably.
Iron Mouse did a Tiltify link in the description, and that's been shared a lot from a lot of people that want to support, because the charity that she was raising money for never saw the money that she earned for them.
Yeah, that's true.
And since this blew up, the Tiltify link has exploded.
What the fucking fuck? She actually raised that 500k. Fuck, man. Good, bro. They're good. Yo, that's so fucking great. Yeah, not gonna. That's so fucking great. Fuck off, man. That's so fucking great. Yeah.
And over $600,000 is being donated to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which I think is very, very nice. I think that is great.
Good humans, baby. We love to see it. That's amazing. You know, power of the internet, power of the people, and they ended up raising even more than the initial 500,000. And hopefully they even get to 1 million. You know, make Iron Mouse's day, and a lot of people at the IDF as well. TLDR, stealing.
Not only Iron Mouse, they actually like making so many people days. Yeah, like yeah. Maybe if the charity is a good thing, if the charity is a good people, that money can save so many people. Yeah, literally.
Is bad. Stealing from chronic disease victims is even worse. Who would have thought, guys? Stealing from charity is actually bad. I hate this, and it isn't hyperbole. $1 million company took advantage of a disabled woman by lying to her, stealing from her, and even withholding money from their charity that saved her life. This is fucking vile. Yeah, I mean that is actually what happened. Now that you put it out that way, that is really sinister. Remember when Vshojo plastered Iron Mouse all over Tokyo to promote how well they treat their talents? Vshojo doesn't. Classic. Every time when you try to appear like you're the good person, it always turns around. Niji Sanji almost caused the towns to end themselves. Vshojo stole 500k from charity. That saved the streamer's life. So here we are on the Tiltify page, and she's raised about $750,000. This is amazing. Whether you've been recently diagnosed, there's been people living with PI for years. PI is no cure, but there are life-saving treatments available that can improve the quality of life. And then we got a bunch of facts here. And yeah, all these people are donating, wanted to pedal for charity, but my bike vanished right after Vshojo borrowed it. Classic. To Beautiful Soul, I'm sorry, Mousy, I wish I could do more. Just a little supporter show, I care. And here we got some of the top donors. Shout out to these people, really helping out a good cause here. Right, moving on to Ludwig's response here. Apparently he's getting a little bit of heat. Ludwig got cooked under his tweet here. So Ludwig tweeted, I believe Vshojo is a terrorist organization.
Bro, fuck off, man, bro. Whatever you say, bro, whatever you say about Tecton, brother. The one thing was true, he's funny as fuck. Yo. Just give me a second. I think I said this before. We have like a big dog. That motherfucker came to sleep with me. Yeah, he wants to sleep with me, but I'm doing the stream. Yeah, that motherfucker is so fucking cute, brother. Yeah, he's like a little child, but he's like what, 6 or 7 years. Yeah. I'm saying it mentally. He's like a little child. Yeah. He always wants pants. Yeah. He always like kisses and stuff. Yeah. That motherfucker is so fucking cute. Yeah, whatever.
Tecton responded, Hassan must be the CEO. Classic. Hassan must love Vshojo in that case. Ironically speaking, with someone who's friends with Hassan. Okay, everybody's just bringing up Hassan. Probably shouldn't have used the words terrorist there. Congrats on being thrown a softball. Vshojo bad is free for a popular opinion no one will disagree on. You love terrorism, so you must be excited. Oh my god, people are not happy with Ludwig. You were friends with Hassan Biker. Freaking
At least tell him he's doing good when he was talking about good things, brother. Yeah, bro, I understand he's friends with Hassan, and Hassan is kind of like a narcissist motherfucker who says what he wants and acts like, yeah, I didn't say that. But still, I'm not saying he's a terrorist supporter. I'm saying he said he supports terrorists. Like for example, Houthi, yeah. But still, the thing was, yeah. At least give some positive energy to Ludwig, brother. Like, yeah, he's supporting a good thing. Yeah. You need to understand. Yeah, but still, I get where you're coming from. Yeah, but still, brother, like, yeah, give some slack to Ludwig. Yeah, please, bro. I can't even tell that line without laughing, brother. Like, yeah, still, that motherfucker. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Ludwig is kind of like friends with like that motherfucker Hassan. Yeah. True, but that doesn't mean we need to hate him, right? Yeah, just think. If I have to say, he doesn't do anything bad in a big way. Like for example, like yeah, the only thing he did bad anything in a big way, kind of big way, is that mango thing. Yeah, like yeah, drink, and not agreeing on that, kind of like doubling down on that. But other than that, I didn't see anything he did anything bad in a big way. Yeah, remaining everything he did was like internet drama, brother. Yeah. Like yeah, hating him even now, bruh. I don't know, man.
Regard. Right, so Asmin responded.
Ludwig tweeted about this. I believe Vshojo's a terrorist organization. Why would it's just he's obviously like I think that people are very annoyed by Ludwig always trying to have the safe, like he's waiting for everybody to decide on the same thing so he can repeat it back to them for internet points. It just seems kind of fucking fake.
Bad, yeah.
And by kind of, I mean completely fucking fake. Yeah. It's so so annoying. Please come out with a hot take every once in a while, Ludwig, okay? You don't have to wait for the entire internet to agree before you tell them what their opinion is, okay? Jesus, how annoying.
Man, Ludwig can't catch a break, I guess. I mean, I'm not really too pressed about this. As long as he's sort of helping the cause, you know, supporting the whole situation, I don't really mind him being cringe. Yes, do I wish he would stop supporting his son? Yes. Okay, but whatever. Well, I'll take what I can get here. Anyways, that's about it. Click this video or Vshojo steals $1 million from your bank account. Okay, thanks for watching.
I don't even have a fucking $1, brother. Yeah. Tell him to shield it. Whatever. Fuck off. Yeah, by the way, guys, yeah. I enjoy doing this stream, not gonna lie. And I also, like, yeah, I gave so much stuff I know about it, but still, you do your thing. If you like it, subscribe. Yeah, if you dislike it. I don't give a fuck. Subscribe and comment what you think. Yeah. Do what you must to do. Yeah, but still, support. Yeah, but still, support VTubers, brother. Yeah. That's all I can ask. Whatever. Have a nice day. Bye.